Well, hello, good day, everybody. Hope everybody's having a beautiful weekend, a beautiful start of the week. This is another episode of the Bodacious Rant with the ever so loving Burn and Rye. And this last weekend was actually, I think, the best movie weekend so far, in the sense where it's like, there's not just one good movie coming out. There's like a couple, you have options this weekend, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we got Sonic, Ambulance, and I think Everything Everywhere All at Once went wide this weekend too. So if people wanted to check that out, they could. But yeah, I mean, Batman's still in theaters and stuff, and yeah, there's a lot of good things to watch in the movies right now, and there's going to be more coming up in the next coming weeks. So yeah, the movie season has officially started. So there's a lot of really cool stuff to check out.
I still need to see Everything Everywhere All at Once, but today we are going to talk about the two movies that Bern and I saw. So another double review coming at you, which was Sonic 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, to be just, proper. And then Michael Bay's latest movie, Ambulance, which was quite the pleasant surprise. Bern, depending how we want to talk, which one would you want to talk about first?
I would like to talk about Sonic first.
I'm kind of leaning towards Ambulance. So let's do a quick round of rock, paper, scissors, just see who wins, and then we'll go first.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, and then just do it.
And shoot.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Rock, paper. Son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. We'll do Sonic 2 first. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one, Bern. I'll be the gentleman here.
I mean, you won fair and square.
It's just because I'm a master tactician. I know everything before it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna test it out because I have to prove myself to you. But Sonic 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, takes place right after the first movie, in which Sonic, he's living in Green Hills, Washington, with James Marsden, and I don't remember the actress's name. She was in Ride Along, and a couple other stuff I forget, but and he's just trying to be a superhero while also trying to be, he's a young Sonic, so he's growing up, and in turn, Dr. Robotnik finds a way out of his mushroom planet with the new character and one of the fan favorites of Sonic, Knuckles, and also Tails makes an appearance, and it's basically a race against to find the special jewel. And honestly, I was watching, I was like, man, it's crazy that Sonic is the most successful video game franchise. Like, where it's actually where it's actually good to watch. And I was just like, wow, is that sad, or is that just like that's how it works? I don't know, man. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, what the hell's happening when Sonic is good, but like Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, Uncharted, all these other movies suck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess it shows that these filmmakers, the people involved in this movie, they get it more than other people do. Yeah, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised with the first movie, and I mean, I'm very happy with the way this one turned out too. Like, there didn't feel like any sort of drop off in quality from this last one. The same sort of charm and fun and family adventure aspect of the first movie is very much present here. And like you said, we got a couple of new characters introduced too that fans love from the games. So having them come in here added a little bit more of that good Sonic flavor. Whereas the first one was a little bit more, grounded and stuff. Like it wasn't as much of a Sonic movie. I would say this one is definitely like, if you love the video games, then you will really like this movie because it has a lot of more of those elements present.
Yeah, I felt like this one was definitely more video game like than the last one, because the last one was like an origin action adventure story, which still worked. Mm-hmm. Again, like I know I kind of, when we first saw it a couple years ago, I dozed off a little during the movie, but overall it was very enjoyable. I'm glad that and I feel like, I was thinking about it too, I think Sonic benefits better from being more video game like look of the characters. And I remember when the first trailer, that was the first time they ever changed the character just because of the fan backlash. That was crazy. Like,
yeah, and what a good choice too that they did go ahead and redo that, because I mean the way that first character design looked was
atrocious,
not good,
yeah,
to say the least.
It was butt ugly. But yeah, this one again was very fun to watch. Very crowded theater, so this is good for all ages. Families, friends, whatever you guys want to do. I definitely recommend it in the theater. I saw it Dolby. What'd you see it in? Dolby as well, or IMAX, or just regular?
I saw it in just a regular theater.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself Dolby and IMAX one day. Why not? I would give it. I would say a 3 out of 5, just because it's a family film, so it's got its kiddie moments, but overall still very fun. Voice cast was great because Idris Elba was Knuckles. I don't know who played Tails. It sounded familiar. I just couldn't think of who.
The same voice actor who voiced Knuckles in the game. I forget her name, but yeah, it was the same one from the games.
Oh, you mean the same one that voiced Tails, or the voice of Knuckles did Tails this time?
No. The voice of Tails from the games came to voice Tails in the movie. So I recognized the voice immediately. I was like, oh wow, that's a very good. I thought it was an impression. At first I was like, that's a pretty good impression. But no, yeah, it was the actual voice actors. They came back for the role, and she did a really good job.
And I didn't realize Jean-Ralphio was Sonic until they had a little thing, the cast came on before the movie.
Little Parks and Recs moment.
Yeah, especially when he does a great Jean-Ralphio line. I don't want to reveal which one, but it was hilarious.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, you know. If you guys have seen Parks and Rec, you'll know Jean-Ralphio. But like I said, 3 out of 5, especially just because Jim Carrey, even though he's announcing potentially his retirement soon, it's like at least if this is his last movie, I'd be fine with that because he's hilarious as always and just so energetic. What would you give it, Bern?
I'm right there with you, man. A 3 out of 5. This is a really fun time at the movies. Like you said, the casts do a really good job. Ben Schwartz as Sonic I think he embodies that character really well. And then Idris Elba is just such a great addition to the cast, and the way they give that character Knuckles some personality. It reminded me of a particular Marvel character. I won't say who, but when you guys watch the movie, if you guys watch the movie, you'll know who I'm talking about. But it was a nice, real good source of humor, I would say that. And yeah, Jim Carrey, he's coming in and he's being wacky as hell in only a way Jim Carrey can do, and I think he really did a good job with it. The bad thing for me was that there was a particular plot line that I did not care for and felt like it was a complete detraction from the movie, so that kind of dragged it down a bit. But other than that, the special effects were pretty good. The story was really fun, and the adventure was really great. So yeah, 3 out of 5 for me. I had a really good time, and it's a good time at the movies for families or anybody who likes the Sonic character.
Absolutely. Also, guys, stay for the credits part, or at least until the credits start rolling, because there's a mid-credit scene. Especially if you like this movie. If not, you could dip. You don't have to stay for them. But I will say also, Sonic, the 2 movies have actually had some of the better post-credit scenes or mid-credit scenes where they actually translate well for the sequels. So
they make you excited for the next one. So I'm very much looking forward to Sonic 3.
Yeah, I'm down for Sonic 3. Let's get on to Michael Bay's new movie, which it's just every time Michael Bay's attached to something, whether it be producer or mostly director, I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be another just ridiculous fucking movie. But honestly, I think he's finally hitting his stride, thank God. I know a lot of people love Pain and Gain. I still haven't seen it. I thought 13 hours.
I did enjoy that one.
Yeah, I know you're one of the people that tells me you got to go see it. I'm like, I know, I just haven't. But 13 hours was like one of my favorite, if not my favorite one, because I was like, okay, that's one of the more mature movies he's done. He's doing that. But this one was actually, in my opinion, his best movie, and critically rated, it is his best movie, I think.
Oh, really? I haven't checked that, but I'm not surprised.
So. It's up there. I'm gonna check it real quick just to prove the point. But basically, what this movie's about is Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Jake Gyllenhaal play 2 brothers who are bank robbers, and like every good heist movie, something goes wrong, and they end up hijacking an ambulance, an EMT, who's also Ice and Gonzalez. She's the EMT in the ambulance, and they're just driving around LA trying to avoid the cops and also trying to save a cop they shot. So it was a rousing adventure film. It reminded me of very much of like Grand Theft Auto, Speed, and Heat all rolled into one. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Just because,
definitely.
Especially Grand Theft Auto 4 4 and 5, just because those heist missions in those games, like, shit goes crazy real quick. And yeah, it dragged on a little bit for me in the middle, where I kind of thought, oh my god, I still have another hour of this, like, what else is going to happen? But then it picks right back up after that, and I was like, oh, thank god. I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5, just because it got me emotional real quick in the beginning. I was like, wow, I did not expect this from Michael Bay at all. 13 Hours got a little emotional, but like, not like later in the movie, like a typical, like most movies would. This one got me in right away. I was like, wow, this is crazy good. Overall, the acting was great. Aissa is a great contribution to it, but Yaya and Jill and Jake really are just the center point for this movie. Given they are the main characters, but their chemistry really works beautifully, and solid action, and a great supporting cast too. It had some of my favorite actors in it, like Garrett Dillahunt. He plays a really cool character in this one.
Yeah, I did enjoy his
a lot
character.
of cool a lot of stereotypical one-liners, but some of them actually were pretty good. Where I was like, okay, that's cheesy, but I like it for this one. So yeah, like I said, 4 out of 5. Bern, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this movie too. Like you said, whenever the name Michael Bay is attached to a movie, it's either hit or miss for me. Because I mean, I do really admire the guy's filmmaking skills. I know it's like pretty popular to sort of like rag on him, which, you know, he does deserve some some definite criticism. But the guy can shoot the hell of an action movie, and I don't think that has ever been, you know, any point of contention. And with, you know, with this movie here, where it's a little bit of a smaller scale and a little bit of a lower budget than he's worked with in the last few years with those, you know, with the Transformers movies, it seems like he really got a chance to explore character more. And like you said, Jake Gyllenhaal, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and Isa Gonzalez, they all bring it, and they're all very interesting characters. Some of the most interesting characters in a Michael Bay movie, and they get time to act, you know, which is not a lot you can say for, again, like other roles in previous Michael Bay movies. They were not the focus, you know, the acting and the story and the characters were not focuses on those movies, but they are here. And this is like the type of movie that I felt like he had in him for the longest time, you know, like I felt like if you sort of limited him a little bit and you gave him a really good script and some good actors, I thought he could put out a really engaging movie, and that's what it is here.
It's just funny because you limit him. It's like, usually we're the ones who argue, no, you need to give directors more freedom.
Yeah, give them all the budget,
this
right?
This is the guy we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You definitely have to put a leash on him, man, because we've seen what he does with, like, almost unlimited budget. The Transformers movies are the biggest examples of it, and they're some of the worst. And honestly, this is my opinion, guys, so bear with me, but Michael Bay is made of a lot of offensive characters in movies.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how this isn't how people are. You know, I know
people don't talk like that.
No, very stereotypical, but this was the one that had the least amount of that, very surprisingly. So yeah, I think it was just a combination of great writers, and he actually was able to get it. And a lot of interesting shots. I think some of them were shot by a drone, which I thought was like, wow, that's crazy cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, two of the biggest things that I dislike heavily of the Michael Bay movies are not present here, which is, yeah, like you said, a lot of characters being more just walking stereotypes than actual, like, human beings. And then the other, a lot of just, like, gratuitous shots of, you know, like, of like, scantily clad women. And it's like, well, we don't need to see this. This adds nothing to the movie. So a lot of those elements weren't present here, and I mean, I think it was a lot better for it. But yeah, his use of the drone technology was really interesting, and it made a lot of these car chases. You know, this movie is essentially one huge car chase. It made it interesting to watch too. There were a couple elements that I felt were a little bit repetitive, particularly like a drone shot where it's like a spin and a nosedive. I was like, okay, that's kind of used a little bit too much, but a lot of the other sequences were so awesome. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if other filmmakers start to implement drone technology in a lot of chase sequences just because of the angles you can get with those. I thought it was really cool.
Even not when using a chase, there were some great overhead shots and stuff that they were able to get. And honestly, I think it'd be a lot cheaper to use a drone with a camera on it than trying to do a helicopter shot or something. So I thought that was a really interesting way to do it. But again, Yeah, Michael Bay, I think he's finally hitting his stride. I was digging it. I actually would not mind seeing this one again in theaters. So that's a lot for me to say for a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, I mean it's really well acted, and it's really hyper violent too. I should probably warn people that it does get pretty violent at some point. So if you're a little bit squeamish, maybe choose to see this like at another time. We can skip past it, or go ahead and cover your eyes, because it caught me off guard in a couple moments. But yeah, I think this movie's really well done, and I was genuinely surprised. So I don't know if I said my rating, but it's a 4 out of 5 for me too.
Good stuff. It's always great when we're in sync, Burn. Unlike, I forgot what movie we were talking about, or one of the stuff we were disagreeing.
Fear Street.
Oh God, yes, Fear Street. I mean, it's something more recent, but it's just like, how dare you? Like, I'm just like, what's your problem?
Which problem?
But everybody, if you guys have seen these movies this last weekend, let us know. What'd you think of them? Did you like them? Were you not really into it? Let us know in the comments. And as always, I forgot to say this in the beginning. I apologize, but give us a like. Throw a subscription on there. Ring the bell. All that good stuff. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But again, more Moon Knight coming this week. That's the newest. That's our latest show that we're really excited about. And again, the movie, like Bern said, the movie season has kicked off, so we definitely have a lot more to look forward to. But that's all for me, Bern.
Yeah, like you said, everybody, go ahead and let us know what you think, or if not, just definitely go check these two movies out. You can't choose a wrong one with either of these two. Just don't go watch Morbius. Just don't do that. Watch any other movie in the theaters out right now, and you'll have a good time.
Yeah, please don't waste money on Morbius. That I will urge you with all my heart. Please don't waste money on Morbius. But then you'll probably do it anyways, so it's up to you guys. Your money, not mine. So
yeah, exactly. Don't say we didn't warn you.
But everybody stay bodacious, keep on Ren, and we'll see you on the next one.